This is October 1st, 2025. You know, I've had people show up today and say, didn't think about it. Those bikers bringing Michelle down where there's legal police surveillance, yell at her, and she confesses that her family was human trafficking people because they were in debt to the drug cartel. And they were using this to pay off their drug debt. It can be used. All they did is yell at her under police surveillance and she confessed to everything. Yeah, it can be used. You don't drug somebody. You don't torture them. All you do is go them into an argument and they confess. Oh yeah, they can use it. 100%. Didn't deny one bit of it. You know, these people make me so mad. People are so dumb. And I mean fucking dumb. March 1st to 13th of 23, I am in Walmart by the nail polish. They said, some lady said, well, because of her head injuries, so they said I could watch her and study her. I'm not a guinea pig. And I told them, no, thank you. I found out they were using the case to human traffic people. They announced that in 23, where Michelle, that biker, brought her down and was yelling at her outside my clients. September 30th, 25, at about 1 o'clock, woke me up. Yelled at her. Does she even know who you are? No. And you had her skull bashed in and had her tortured because your family owed the drug cartel? Yes, I'm sorry. I even seen January 13th, it's January 13th, 23, where they had said, you know, Maddie said some Ohio drug dealers said that they were all mad at the agent over my case, that he let all this happen, and all those people got human trafficked, and they were putting threats on his life. And that agent's life was getting threatened because your family was in debt to that drug cartel? Yes, I'm sorry. All those people got human trafficked because your family was in debt to that drug cartel? Yeah. Yes, I'm sorry. Okay? See, when people act stupid around me, it is not tolerable. That agent that returned my phone call from the FBI hotline told Apostolic Church of Barberton he knew I was being drug beat and raped. Didn't care because somebody called me a faker 15 years before. He knew they were framing me. And then after the case started, that little white man showed up. I had woke up with another bruise and came up to me in front of the police and the FBI. Forever I had a word, you tell on us, I'll turn it on you, try to leave Dave, I'll list you a child molester. You know that bruise on your leg, I used sodium pentothal. No, he used a hypnotic drug. Then supposed to have drugged me up and told me to say wrong nightgown and accidentally see him bending over and probably accidentally see my butt in a life of pain and threaten me again. Dave debunked it when I got home. I was dressed modestly and they only seen the back of my knees. But he admitted he worked for Dave and he was drugging me up. Then people came up to me where I thought it was a dirty well water giving me cancer. Where you had bruises before, throwing up and infected. It wasn't the dirty well water, it was us. We were drug beat and raping you. We drugged you and told you to say this. We drugged you and told you to say that. We photoshopped all our lives. 18. They always knew us. That's where January 25th, 2019, somebody knocked on my door and told Dave. For the police always knew she's innocent and innocent before, and they were talking about it at the station. That's where the FBI that works my case, those agents walked into Walmart. By 19, it's ridiculous for any child to be afraid of Karen. She's nothing but good and love. Karen doesn't have it in her to hurt anyone. What else did they do right after Thanksgiving of 18? Melissa's so stupid, she made everything up when you're fishing with Dave. She's actually that stupid. She didn't check where you were. Officer Mark telling people Melissa could go to jail for involving herself in this. I hate to arrest her. Her kids are little. Why don't we just write it up that her and the kids were showing off for Dave and his girlfriend? What else did they do in the front of Walmart? Why are they having those kids make that shit up? Oh, they're just trying to scare her into giving up the house. That's it. We interviewed her whole family. They spoke highly of her. And by December 9th of 18, Dave confessed, I never caught him with anyone. Then, let's see, May 25th, 21, 6 p.m., Wendy's in Louisville. Are the church people breaking in before drugging her, tell her to say word on molester stuff? 8/9/21, the apartment building for me, second close to the fence. Lady and little girls live there. They were talking about me being drugged and told to say it before. 4 or 5 neighbors did a police report. 1295 Fairlawn, middle apartment, little white lady screamed at him, talked to several people in 21. That Michelle and Lauren on Memorial Day weekend of 21 yelled at some of those goons involved at the end of Fairlawn Street. Are you crazy? You can't enter a drug confession. Well, we just found out they drugged her and told her what to say before. December 9/21, Edith Oakland apartment, maintenance man. They told him all the tapes before were them and not me, and it's just a bunch of men doing crimes here. Same day, white man bald with dark eyes distributing food at the Stark County Hunger Task Force on 9th Street in Canton was one of my guards. Came out. We always knew the tapes before were them and not her, so we never said a word. January 19th, 22, 11 o'clock in the morning, they told the Department of Disability in Stark County that I was drugged and told to say it before. February 2nd, 22, Burlington Coat Factory, a Latino man admitted he drugged me first and told me to say it. People ran in Save-A-Lot on Whipple out of their houses on 6th Street in Canton, yelling it to the postman. We all heard. All right, March 24, 22, 1/130, they admitted to framing me. By January 19, they said they photoshopped effeminate wipey above the toilet to make me look weird. And they were photoshopping all these different scenes and erasing some guy named Chris out of the room. I never had a Chris in my house. They talked about him a lot. I never even had my neighbors in my home. March 1st to 3rd of 21, they said they put 2 clips together, put her in a porn. It's not her, it's them. Then later on, they were saying stuff that never happened. I thought, what you're describing is showering? And ha, she figured out what they did. May 12, 22 at noon, they found a tape of them admitting a shower scene in the other room. May 26, 22 at noon, the shower scene was done on purpose. Eric, one of the drug dealers, they said it was him. November 18th, 22, laughed at everyone. All the tapes before were me and not her. It was my idea to come up with it, my idea to do it, my idea to say it. For all these people to turn on her, and they fell for it. Christmas Eve of 22, I confront Danny and Jen. I go over, I said, did you know where they kicked in the door on the 6th day? When we were out at the storage unit? Yes. Dad said it was a realtor passing out keys. Don't report it. Yes. Did you know about button cameras? No. I said, did you know they were taping in the bathroom? No. Did you know about a shower scene in the other room of washing myself to make me look weird with myself? No. Do you remember the orange, lemon, and grapefruit sized bruises all over me throwing up? And even almost passed out outside in front of the neighbor by the second weekend it kept happening? Yeah. I said, did you know they were drugging me and roofing me and telling me to say stuff? And weirdo stuff? They're laughing at me in front of people in stores? No. Kids came out of the room and hugged me, Grandma, we didn't know. Thanksgiving of 22, I had food poisoning. I was in Mercy Medical. An officer was talking to the nurse. We all heard that Eric make fun of everyone. For falling for this, nobody better say a word to her again. And then they were talking about the agent telling on me. Where he talked to me. Okay. March 24th, 22, 1/130, they admitted to framing me. June 7th, 23, Lighthouse Tabernacle and the cartel makes fun of FBI Agent John. FBI Agent John fell for the stunt at tapes before. Oh, come on now, that FBI agent fell for that. Was only a stunt. You're kidding. And then repeatedly mocking him and cackling. Walmart 62. Okay. July 9th, 23 Trinity Gospel, 10 o'clock in the morning, they dared the FBI to fix it. August 4th, 25, they admitted the reason why she had a metal taste in her mouth and she has no memory of these people, they used hypnotic drugs on her to make her sleepwalk. And she has no memory of anything. August 5th, 25, Dutch Valley Restaurant in Sugar Creek. Girls were talking as if Agent John didn't know they used hypnotic drugs on her when they drugged her and told her to say it before. He was telling people he knew she was being drug beat right before the case started. He even let him torture her. Is he some kind of coward? Because as if he didn't know they used hypnotic drugs, and that's why she had a metal taste in her mouth, and she has no memory of these people. They call him a coward. August 7th, 25, Walmart 62, they admitted again to drugging her and telling her to say it before. And they even admitted they used hypnotic drugs so she'd have no memory. And we got a tape of them admitting, or calling Agent John a coward. Okay? Was August 30th or August 31st, Macy's in Summit Mall. Upstairs, some guy answers his phone. It is documented, verified they used hypnotic drugs on her when they drugged her and told her to say it before. And she has no memory of these people and what they did to her. I never had them in my home. I never had them in my home. We moved up there 6 days. Somebody kicked in the door to the wall where we're at the storage unit. By the second week, I'm outside almost passing out in front of the neighbor. Kept saying, I don't know what's wrong with me. My heart's racing through my neck. Got bruises on me. He's offering to mow my lawn, and I keep collapsing. Kept happening. I would take a shower. Now, the well water was orange. We had it tested. It had high levels of different iron in it. Talked to the doctor, said the iron wouldn't have done anything. But I thought it was toxic because it was orange. And I take a shower, dry off, get in bed. And wake up with orange, lemon, grapefruit-sized bruises, throwing up, headache, almost passing out. And my personal area was so swollen it was pushed out, open and down. And I'd scream when I'd pee. I'd go to the doctor. I'd see him for all that. Nobody thought of a rapist. Now I'm blaming the dirty well water. Some mornings I'd wake up and I'd be fine. And I'd go out and I'd work outside, come in, wash my hands, make a sandwich. I had a 2-liter Diet Coke. I would pour a glass. And then I would go in the bathroom. Go to the bathroom, wash my hands better. Sit down, take a drink out of that Diet Coke, and then go to Sam Black. Same thing. The only thing I could think of what was happening was contact with that water. It's killing me, right? It's toxic. Here I'm being drug beat, right? Drugged up and told to say stuff. And photoshopped washing in a drug scam. April 16, 23, I heard Danny had walked across the parking lot after a memorial service, went up to Shay and gave my grandson and his girlfriend. He said, I finally went to Dad, asked him what on earth is going on. He said he had hired some guy named Pete on his own. It was Pete and his men in their home before. Pete has a frame, Pete has their tape. I've never met him. I don't even know who he is. I never had these people in my home. I had family repair guys, installation guys, 2 silly officers on August 8th of 18, midnight, light, and the outside security system came out. Looks like an alien or an angry spirit, and told me to buy a dog and let a dog kill it. I didn't want to bother. I didn't have anybody else in my home. I never even had my neighbors in my home. If these people wouldn't have said they were hurting me, I thought it was the well water. I thought it was well water. I never talked to anybody. How would you like the police told teenagers in North Canton, don't say a word to her. How would you like to be her? Never seeing anybody, never talking to them, never having them in your home, and somebody harming you like that. How would you like to be her?